Why is the woman once labeled the other woman now facing the risk of being cast aside from the throne? And could this be the moment Princess Catherine, often hailed as the queen of the people's hearts, finally steps out of the royal shadow to claim the crown of true power? A shocking speech by King Charles has shaken the very foundation of the British monarchy. Not just because of what was said, but because of the name spoken last. Not Camilla, Catherine. There was no fanfare, no formal coronation. Just a few sentences, but enough to turn every eye toward Kensington. What is really happening inside the palace walls? Why has Camilla been dethroned just as King Charles is fighting a grave illness? And is Catherine truly ready to lead as the monarchy stands on the edge of transformation? In today's video, we'll follow every clue, every quiet shift that has taken place behind royal curtains over the past months, to uncover the deeper message King Charles may be sending through this stunning declaration. In a royal family often marked by scandal, shifting alliances, and public skepticism, Princess Catherine has quietly become a symbol of rare stability. While others have stumbled under the harsh light of royal duty, Catherine has risen not with fanfare, but with grace, consistency, and an uncanny ability to win both hearts and respect. Over the years, she has transformed from a commoner, scrutinized for her background, into a future queen consort embraced by the monarchy and beloved by the public. But now it seems she is more than just a consort in waiting. She is the woman King Charles increasingly trusts, and perhaps the only one the British people would willingly follow into a new royal era. Sources close to the palace describe Catherine as calm under pressure, dutiful without complaint, and fiercely protective of her family, all qualities that echo the late Queen Elizabeth II. Unlike Camilla, who has faced years of criticism and remains a divisive figure for many, Catherine carries a kind of unifying presence. In walkabouts, royal visits, and charity work, she engages not as a figurehead, but as a listener. She doesn't just appear regal, she behaves human, and that has made all the difference. Inside the palace, Catherine is said to have earned the full confidence of King Charles, especially in recent months as he navigates both political pressure and declining health. Her role has quietly expanded beyond her title, with more senior advisors noting how often Charles now seeks her perspective. This growing influence has not gone unnoticed. Even the Queen's former aides reportedly admit that Catherine commands more goodwill among the British public than any royal since Diana. It's this rare alignment, the trust of the monarch, and the devotion of the people that now positions Catherine as a natural leader in waiting. And if King Charles's latest speech is any indication, that wait may be over sooner than expected. In her, the crown sees continuity, the public sees compassion, and in a time when both are in short supply, Catherine may be the one person who can carry the monarchy forward without breaking its soul. Buckingham Palace announced a significant change in the royal family in a calm yet forceful statement. King Charles remains the monarch, but there has been a new development behind the scenes. Catherine Tertarish, Princess of Wales, has been given a unique role that differs from anything we have witnessed before. She now has discreet yet powerful influence over various important matters, such as public events, long-term royal projects, and the monarchy's public image. Those near the palace are referring to this shift as a quiet revolution, which is a rare occurrence in royal history. Even though King Charles is the reigning monarch, it is evident that Catherine plays a crucial role in making royal decisions. Her composed and deliberate nature is influencing all aspects of royal life. At a time when the royal family is dealing with various challenges, there is a significant change happening. King Charles is facing health problems. King Charles breaking his silence on his frightening experience with cancer, the monarch diagnosed with an unspecified form of the disease, and the global situation is becoming more unpredictable. But political leaders, including U.S. President Donald Trump, have sparked tensions with comments about Canada's independence. In the midst of these challenges, Catherine is taking on a more prominent role within the royal family. Her actions are not just for appearance, they are crucial for the monarchy's future. Palace officials say that Catherine has been preparing for her role for many years. She did not hurry, but rather took her time to learn, develop relationships, and gain trust. Her efforts in early childhood development have earned her respect, and her poise at public events has made her popular in the UK and beyond. Her calm demeanor and intelligent decision-making have made her a trusted figure for both the public and King Charles. According to a high-ranking palace official, Catherine is not just a royal in name, she is a skilled strategist, recognizing the need for the monarchy to evolve in a rapidly changing world. With a lot of young people feeling like they're disconnected from traditional royal customs, Catherine offers a modern and relatable perspective. She is able to connect with people easily and genuinely cares about important, real-world problems. In this announcement, there was a surprising change in Queen Camilla's role. She used to be a significant figure next to King Charles, but now has a much smaller role. While she still has the title of Queen Consort, Her Majesty the Queen Consort and Book Trust support her to talk about books and the joy of reading. Her responsibilities are now mainly limited to attending events and helping charities. She no longer plays a part in the day-to-day operations of the monarchy. This choice was not made easily. Sources in the palace claim that King Charles aimed to make the royal family appear more down-to-earth and up-to-date. He was aware of the varying public views on Camilla. Some individuals still have negative associations with her due to the troubled times during his marriage to Princess Diana, which influences their perceptions of Camilla. Although Camilla has put in a lot of effort, particularly in areas like promoting literacy and bringing attention to domestic violence, the choice was made to prioritize Catherine. The palace believed that Catherine was more popular and relatable, especially with younger people and a global audience. According to a source familiar with the situation, Camilla knew about the change in advance, even though it was difficult for her to accept. Some people have expressed their support for her, recognizing her hard work. However, others think it's time for a new person to step up. As a result, all attention is now on Catherine and her contributions to the royal family. Catherine's path to success has been unique compared to other prominent families. She didn't seek out attention or try to be the center of attention. Instead, she remained focused on her work and gradually earned recognition. Those close to her believe she is strategic and forward-thinking. She is able to anticipate issues and handle them with compassion and intelligence. She is able to form bonds with a variety of people, from world leaders to school children, showing warmth and understanding in all her interactions. While in Canada, she played a significant role in supporting King Charles during a speech by shaping the visit's message to resonate with Canadians, even amid political turmoil. Catherine is more than just managing royal visits. She is working to modernize the monarchy by promoting mental health discussions, eco-friendly living, and empowering young people to make a difference. Her participation in initiatives like the Earthshot Prize with Prince William demonstrates her focus on the future and the royal family's ability to have a positive impact. A new period of authority within the royal family is beginning to emerge as Catherine slowly ascends. She is guiding the monarchy with a sense of patience and attentiveness, steering it towards a promising and all-encompassing future. Now let's explore the kind and compassionate nature of Princess Diana, a tale of love and suffering. Once there was a lovely young woman named Diana. She was gentle, kind, and had many dreams. Diana enjoyed fairy tales, spending time with children, and peaceful moments in the garden. She was raised in a wealthy family and had faith in finding true love. Diana had a gentle heart and wished to find someone who would love her deeply in the future. One day, a young woman named Diana encountered a prince named Charles. He was attractive, intelligent, and destined to become king. Diana was just 19 years old when they crossed paths. Charles was older and had already experienced a different lifestyle. However, Diana felt optimistic and hopeful when she laid eyes on him. She believed that this could be the romance she had been longing for. Their romance developed rapidly. Many people paid close attention to their relationship. The media closely followed their every move. The public was thrilled. Diana appeared to be the ideal match for the prince. She was youthful, beautiful, and came from a respectable family. When Charles proposed to Diana, she accepted. Everyone rejoiced. It seemed like a fairy tale ending. However, beneath the surface of this cheerful image, a different scenario was unfolding. A woman named Camilla was also part of the picture. Camilla had known Charles long before Diana came into the picture. They had a strong friendship, with some speculating that they were even in a romantic relationship at one point. However, Camilla had tied the knot with someone else, and Charles had also moved forward, or at least that was the belief of many. At first, Diana was unaware of the complete situation. She believed that she had found a man who would love only her. However, she started to realize things were not right as time went on. She noticed that Charles was still in contact with Camilla and still met up with her. Initially, Diana tried to dismiss her worries by thinking that maybe they were just longtime friends. However, she began to feel sad. She noticed that Charles seemed distant and cold toward her, often spending time away. Sometimes, when she looked into his eyes, she felt like he was thinking about someone else, which made her heart heavy. Diana loved Charles dearly and wanted to make him happy, but she started to feel lonely and unimportant. One day, Diana discovered the truth that Charles and Camilla had a romantic relationship. Their closeness deeply hurt Diana. She was uncertain about how to handle the situation as a young princess. Despite her royal title, she felt isolated and abandoned. Diana attempted to conceal her suffering by putting on a smile for the cameras and greeting the public. Despite her outward appearance, she was experiencing inner turmoil. She had entered into marriage with Charles with hopes of finding love. However, she now felt like she was in a relationship where he was also involved with another woman. The relationship between her and Camilla became tense. They were not close friends and didn't have trust in each other. Diana viewed Camilla as the person who captured her husband's love. On the other hand, Camilla had known Charles before Diana entered the picture and was unwilling to give up her place. Diana had to interact with Camilla at times because they were both part of the same royal group. Diana tried to remain resilient, but it was difficult for her. Whenever she saw Camilla, she experienced emotional anguish and felt inadequate. This caused her a great deal of pain. Diana was not the type to argue loudly. She kept her emotions hidden. However, over time, signs of distress began to surface. She lost weight and appeared tired. Occasionally, she would cry when alone. Those who paid attention could see that something was off. She maintained her beauty and elegance, but she was in pain. Charles and Diana's relationship started to shift. They were spending less time together and having more quiet, tense moments. Diana tried to make things work and hope for love, but Charles couldn't get over his feelings for Camilla. The truth about his relationship with Camilla created a barrier between them. Diana frequently pondered about what might have happened if Charles had truly loved her and if Camilla had not been involved. However, life doesn't always go the way we hope. Diana had to accept a reality far from the one she had imagined. Diana did not let her broken heart turn her bitter. Instead, she used her pain to become more caring toward others. She comforted sick children and visited the lonely. She generously gave her time and showed kindness to those who were alone. Despite her heartache, she remained gentle and compassionate. Diana was adored by many for her calm resilience. People admired her for persevering through tough times and showing love unconditionally. She was an icon of elegance in the face of sorrow. However, the conflict with Camilla remained unresolved. Diana and Camilla had contrasting personalities. Diana was gentle and emotional, while Camilla was composed and assertive. Despite their differences, they shared a common love interest, which complicated things. Diana always questioned why Charles chose to marry her when he was in love with someone else. This question never left her mind, constantly plaguing her thoughts. She dedicated her life to the royal family, but she felt like she had sacrificed her identity in the process. Years went by, but the marriage could not be fixed. Diana and Charles drifted further apart. The love they had hoped for never materialized. The sorrow between them increased. Camilla remained present in the background. When Diana and Charles split up, it was a surprise to many people around the world. However, those who had been paying attention were not caught off guard. There were clear signs leading up to the separation. Diana had made an effort, but ultimately she couldn't overcome her sadness in the presence of another woman. After splitting up, Diana began to express herself more confidently. She began communicating more openly, sharing her emotions and discussing her challenges and aspirations. People paid attention to her, feeling connected and concerned for her well-being. Camilla also had her journey to follow. She remained a part of Charles's life, and over time, there were some changes in how the royal family viewed her. However, the past could not be forgotten. The sorrow that Diana had experienced lingered in people's memories. They recalled the idealistic young princess who had once believed in fairy tales. Diana's tale was a mix of beauty and sorrow. She truly loved Charles. Her heartache over Camilla ran deep. The tense relationship between the two women greatly impacted Diana's life. It was like a lingering storm that never completely faded away. However, Diana always maintained her kind and caring nature. Despite experiencing pain, she continued to act with compassion and generosity. She radiated positivity in her subtle manner, which is what set her apart and made her extraordinary. She wasn't flawless. She was just like everyone else. She had strong emotions and would cry when upset. She found joy in spending time with children. She loved passionately and wholeheartedly. Even after experiencing heartbreak, she remained warm and kind-hearted. The tension between Diana and Camilla went beyond their shared love interest. It encompassed feelings of love, hope, sorrow, and suffering. The women were both entangled in a narrative that was beyond their control. Diana went from a regular girl to a princess, only to discover that fairy tales are not always as they appear. Diana's tale continues to resonate with people because it is genuine. It is more than just a story about royalty. It is a story about a young woman searching for love in a strict world. It shows both her strength and vulnerabilities as she faces internal struggles. Even today, many years after, she is still remembered by many people. It's not only because she was a princess or beautiful, but because she loved passionately even through pain and remained kind even during times of sadness. The real reason behind Diana and Camilla's troubled relationship is revealed here. It's a quiet, sweet, but heartbreaking tale that will remain unforgettable to the world. This is the delicate origins of a princess. Before she became known as Princess Catherine of Wales, she was just Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, a young girl raised in a loving family. Her childhood was peaceful, happy, and marked by simple pleasures. Instead of living in a palace or wearing a crown, she spent her days surrounded by laughter, education, and affection. Growing up in a comfortable home, she was surrounded by those who cared for her deeply. Each moment of her early years played a role in shaping her into the poised woman she is today. Catherine was born in Reading, Berkshire, England, on January 9, 1982. Her parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, were excited and happy to have her as their first child. They were loving and supportive, wanting to provide her with a happy life. Catherine was cherished and brought joy into their home from the very beginning. Her father, Michael, was employed by British Airways. He was a peaceful, caring, and friendly man. He was always there with a smile, a tale, or assistance. He enjoyed nature, peaceful nights, and quality time with his loved ones. Despite his dedication to work, he prioritized his children and made sure to spend time with them. He valued being there for his family, listening to them, and showing them gentle love. Carol, the mother of the woman, used to work as a flight attendant before deciding to stay at home full-time. She was lively, happy, and very well organized. Carol always knew where things were, whether it was a missing sock or the right birthday card. She had a unique talent for creating a cozy home environment. Eventually, Carol started her business, but at first her focus was on her family. She loved her kids deeply and always made sure they felt secure listened to, and loved. Catherine was the eldest child in her family, but she didn't remain alone for too long. Soon she was joined by her sister Pippa and later her brother James. The three siblings enjoyed a happy upbringing together. They played, had disagreements at times, and then laughed together. Their connection was strong and filled with happiness. As the oldest, Catherine often took care of her younger siblings. She was considerate, caring, and always willing to lend a hand. She disliked seeing others upset and had a calming and loving demeanor that made people feel at ease. The Middleton family may not have been part of royalty, but they had something valuable: closeness and love. Though their home was not extravagant, it was cozy and welcoming. Catherine's parents valued hard work, kindness, and family. They enjoyed spending time outdoors, going on vacations, and having meals together. Carol made birthdays special and holidays memorable with fun traditions. Michael read bedtime stories and took the kids on walks. They expressed their love through everyday gestures. Catherine's family moved to a quiet village in Berkshire called Bucklebury when she was young. The village was peaceful and full of greenery, making it an ideal place for children to grow up. Catherine had a love for nature and enjoyed exploring the garden, collecting flowers, and watching birds. She spent her childhood going on bike rides, picnics, and having gentle adventures in the countryside. Growing up, she developed a strong bond with the land and seasons as the beauty of her surroundings shaped her heart into a peaceful entity. In the Middleton household, education held great importance. Catherine, a smart and inquisitive girl, had a strong interest in books, puzzles, and acquiring new knowledge. Her parents ensured she had access to the best possible education. Catherine started off at a small nursery school before moving on to St. Andrew's School in Pangbourne. This school fostered a positive environment for kids to develop and learn. Catherine excelled academically, but also found joy in sports, art, and music. Although she was not flashy or attention-seeking, Catherine carried herself with poise and confidence from a young age. In school, Catherine quickly gained friends because of her polite and friendly nature. Despite not seeking attention, people still took notice of her calm presence that made them feel at ease. She was known for being respectful and a team player, always working hard and supporting her teammates in sports like hockey, tennis, and swimming. Catherine was seen as both strong and humble, competitive yet kind. Catherine's bond with her brothers and sisters became stronger over time. Pippa, who was only a few years younger, was always by her side like a shadow. They would dress up, dance, and confide in each other at night, making them the best of friends. James, the youngest sibling, added joy and merriment to their lives. He was lively, and his sisters absolutely adored him. Together, the three siblings formed their special world, which was filled with stories, games, and lots of laughter. Over time, the Middleton family created their business, known as Party Pieces, an online store selling party supplies. Carol came up with the idea, and Michael helped bring it to life. The business gradually grew and thrived. Catherine saw her parents put in hard work daily, teaching her the importance of effort, organization, and perseverance. Despite their busy schedules, the family remained tight-knit and supportive, staying connected despite achieving success in their business. The Middletons stayed humble, staying true to their values. They remained grounded and open-hearted. Catherine witnessed how her parents managed to balance work and family life, and she looked up to their strength, dedication, and love for each other. Their home was filled with respect, laughter, and kindness, providing Catherine with a solid foundation. During her teenage years, Catherine started to become more self-reliant. She excelled in school and stayed involved in sports. She attended Marlborough College, a prestigious boarding school in Wiltshire. This was a fresh start for her, living away from home but holding on to her family's beliefs. She put in a lot of effort, made friends, and remained humble. Though she was well-liked, she didn't seek attention. Catherine was known for her sincerity as she listened more than she talked. People were drawn to her genuine nature. Even when she was away at boarding school, she remained connected to her family. She kept in touch through letters, phone calls, and eagerly awaited holiday visits. Whenever she returned home, she was greeted with hugs and joyful conversations. Her family was extremely important to her and served as her support system. Catherine's upbringing was influenced by love, patience, and understanding. Her parents provided guidance with care, while her siblings offered support and happiness in her childhood. There were no fancy things like castles or tiaras, no cameras or flashy lights. Instead, she had something more valuable: trust, warmth, and balance. Catherine had a fulfilling life from birth to finishing school with a sense of calmness. She learned to be strong, kind, and graceful without seeking attention. She wasn't taught to be a princess, but she embodied the qualities of one by being raised in a loving family. In her younger days, she didn't focus on being famous or winning awards. Instead, she cherished bedtime stories, family meals, school life, birthday celebrations, playing outside in the mud, and comforting hugs. She learned to appreciate the simple things in life and find happiness in everyday routines. Her childhood was about growing into the kind of person who could handle fame while remaining authentic. Catherine's story didn't start in a fancy palace, but in a small, joyful home with two caring parents, two nice siblings, and a little girl who was friendly and compassionate. Could this be the reason Catherine is seen as the future of the monarchy? Let's find out. This is the heart of a new royal chapter. Sources close to the palace say that King Charles views Catherine as more than just a royal through marriage. He sees her as the future of the monarchy. In a period where many are questioning traditional establishments, Catherine is seen as someone who can bridge the gap between the past and the present. She is not just participating in royal events and ceremonies, she is actively contributing to the evolution of the monarchy for the future. Charles made a decision that is very personal to him. He didn't just elevate Catherine to a higher role as a smart move, but also because he feels deeply about it. His health challenges made him think about his legacy and what he will leave behind. People close to him say that recent experiences have deeply affected him. He regards Catherine almost as a daughter, someone he respects and has full confidence in. By giving her more responsibilities, he is demonstrating his strong belief in her capability to lead the royal family toward a better future. In a private meeting at Clarence's house, it was said that Charles told his assistants that Catherine is the future. He thinks she has the qualities of kindness and intelligence mandated to lead with compassion and wisdom. His words show how much confidence he has in her. This decision wasn't made without careful consideration. It comes from his belief in her. The royal family is feeling strong emotions about this new chapter. Prince William, who is close to Catherine, is very supportive of her growing role. He sees it as a natural progression that aligns with his preparations to become king in the future. The couple has always worked well together, and their strong bond helps keep the monarchy stable. Their relationship, based on respect and partnership, is setting a powerful example of modern royalty. Not everyone is excited about the change happening. Some people close to Queen Camilla are said to be upset. They think her hard work and loyalty are not being recognized. Some even think she is being treated unfairly. Despite this, Catherine has been trying to deal with the situation in a pleasant and thoughtful way. She personally contacted Camilla to ensure everything went well. Her aim is to keep the family together even when changes are happening. The news has caused a big response from the public on social media. Many are showing their support for Catherine. She is seen as a friendly and easy-to-relate to person by a lot of people. Online comments have referred to her as the people's princess, showing how many people adore her. Many are eager to see her take on more responsibilities within the royal family. They believe she brings a new and hopeful energy to the monarchy. Some people are questioning why the announcement was made now. They speculate that it could be due to external pressure. Recent political tensions or problems within the royal family are being mentioned as potential factors. Some think it may be in response to increasing demands for change. Regardless of the motive, the news has led to discussions globally, not just in the UK. In Canada, Charles and Camilla's visit drew a lot of attention and interest. People are curious about how Catherine's increasing influence might affect the Commonwealth. Some believe that she could improve the relationship between the monarchy and other countries, creating a stronger connection. Experts from different parts of the world, such as the United States and Europe, have shared their opinions. A lot of people believe that Catherine's new position is a strategic decision to modernize the monarchy in a constantly changing world. Her composed and considerate demeanor is particularly impressive. Her past involvement in global tours and her diplomatic attitude could assist the royal family in staying relevant on the international platform. At the same time, people have started to notice Camilla's more subdued demeanor. Even though her responsibilities may be evolving, some have shown understanding toward her. When she visited Canada recently, she paid tribute to Queen Elizabeth II in a touching display of strength. The heartfelt gesture highlighted her commitment and poise amid challenging times. Ultimately, the change in leadership within the royal family goes beyond just job positions or names. It's about getting ready for what lies ahead. Charles is thinking ahead, and he trusts that Catherine is the right person to lead the royal family into the future. Her combination of compassion, intelligence, and inner strength is precisely what the monarchy requires as it enters a new phase. This is a royal, strained connection. In the glamorous world of royalty, with shining crowns and dazzling palaces, things are not always as flawless as they seem. Beyond the fancy clothes, polite smiles, and regal waves, there are feelings, challenges, and connections. Just like in any other family, a notable relationship is the one between Princess Catherine and Queen Camilla. While they may seem composed and polite on the surface, there is a hidden tension between them, a gap filled with unspoken misunderstandings and emotional distance. Princess Catherine, known as the Princess of Wales, is loved for her warm, graceful, and elegant demeanor. People appreciate her tranquil presence and kind personality. She takes her role seriously and aims to be a source of comfort to those around her. In contrast, Queen Camilla has faced challenges on her journey to becoming a member of the royal family. Her path was not easy, and she was surrounded by controversy for many years. Despite this, she remained composed and eventually earned her place alongside King Charles III. When Catherine joined the royal family, she brought hope and optimism. Her relationship with Prince William was admired by many. She was viewed as the ideal royal wife, charming, respectful, and promising. Meanwhile, Camilla, who had been part of the royal family for a while, had a different experience. She had struggled to gain acceptance and faced challenges in her position next to the king. Initially unbound, Catherine and Camilla appeared to have a peaceful relationship. They were often spotted at events, exchanging polite smiles. However, there was a sense of distance between them from the beginning. Catherine was cautious and always showed respect. Similarly, Camilla also kept a certain distance and never got too close. Despite living under the same royal roof, their worlds felt distinctly separate. Their strained relationship is partly due to the disparity in their backgrounds. Catherine was embraced by the royal family and the public with love and appreciation, while Camilla faced criticism and negative press for years. This contrasting reception created a barrier between them. Catherine's devotion to Prince William is influenced by his protective nature toward his late mother, Princess Diana. William has emotional scars from the past related to Camilla's role in the family, so Catherine also feels cautious around her. Though she respects Camilla, she keeps a safe distance out of love for her husband, understanding the history and the hurt it brings. Camilla has her reasons for her behavior. She is conscious of how others perceive her. Even after a long time, she continues to be careful. She might feel some rivalry around Catherine, not for the crown, but for the public's love. Catherine is admired and beloved, while Camilla, despite being queen, still feels haunted by her past. Being close to Catherine may make her realize this difference. Small things like subtle gestures, unshared moments, and hidden emotions contribute to the tension between Catherine and Camilla. Catherine is kind and considerate, always mindful of how her behavior impacts others. On the other hand, Camilla is reserved and keeps her feelings to herself. While their personalities don't clash outwardly, they struggle to truly connect with each other. The tension between them isn't fueled by anger, but by a lack of genuine warmth. Family gatherings frequently display this unspoken tension. During official events, they position themselves close to each other, put on a smile for photos, and exchange polite greetings. However, once the attention shifts and people move away, they retreat to their spaces. Catherine interacts warmly with other relatives, always appearing kind and affectionate. Meanwhile, Camilla stays within her group, observing from afar. They are not rivals, nor are they close companions. Both women are simply attempting to fulfill their roles with dignity. At times, they have made attempts. Catherine tries to be welcoming, kind, and reach out. She recognizes the significance of unity in the royal family. She understands the importance of how they appear and how every action says a lot. Camilla has also shown signs of being patient and trying to appreciate Catherine's subtle charm. However, there is still a distance between them. It may not be obvious, but it exists. Their duties also influence their connection. DETHRONED is in training to be queen and is gradually preparing for the duties that will come with time. She is viewed as a symbol of the contemporary royal family. She has a strong connection with the public, especially the younger generation. Her persona is new, serene, and brimming with potential. Camilla, who is already queen, brings the past with her. She embodies an older aspect of the royal narrative. This contrast in their responsibilities adds another level of subtle unease. Sometimes distance is evident in small actions, not making eye contact, keeping conversations brief, or choosing to sit further apart. These may seem insignificant, but they hold significance in a society where every action is monitored. These moments indicate a relationship that is courteous but not intimate. People have been talking about minor conflicts happening between them. It could be a hasty comment or a plan that didn't involve both of them. These disagreements may not be big, but they still have an impact. Even small issues in royal life can cause problems, and these problems can eventually lead to deeper divisions. Despite all of this, there is no evident hatred between them. Both women are aware of their responsibilities and the significance of showing respect and composure. They are very cautious in their actions, putting on a happy face when necessary, accompanying each other when mandated, and exchanging pleasant words for the public eye. However, deep down, they keep their true feelings and thoughts to themselves. People speculate and ponder. In front of others, they analyze images, pay attention to small things, and attempt to understand hidden meanings. However, only Catherine and Camilla are aware of the genuine connection between them. Their relationship is based on courtesy, admiration, and obligation rather than emotional intimacy or ease. This story is not about fights or loud disagreements. It is about two unique women who have followed different paths and now find themselves living together in a royal environment. One woman entered with love and joy, while the other experienced hardships and quiet moments. The contrast between their backgrounds is evident in their relationship. Their relationship has an underlying sadness and tenderness. It is not characterized by hatred, but by a sense of calm separation. In a different scenario, they could have been closer, as two strong women sharing their feelings and helping each other. However, in reality, they are kept at a distance, connected only by their roles and responsibilities. Nevertheless, and there is still a chance for things to improve. Time has the power to bring about change. Relationships can develop gradually. Connections can strengthen over time, even if they begin quietly. Perhaps with more shared experiences and better understanding, the emotional barrier between Catherine and Camilla can diminish. It may not lead to a close friendship, but it could evolve into a comforting bond for both of them. Currently, they are still on their separate but parallel royal journeys. Catherine displays gentle grace, while Camilla shows quiet strength as they fulfill their roles. Although they may not have a close relationship, they both have a deep respect for the crown, their family, and the resilience mandated to fulfill their duties. But they both have different duties. What role could Catherine have in the royal family? This is a fresh era for the royal family. Catherine has come a long way before reaching the important moment she is facing now. She began as a college student living a normal life with dreams and aspirations. As time passed, she entered the world of royalty, which is usually only seen in books and tales. However, she did not just go along with what was expected of her. Instead, she took control of her path. She transformed from a young girl into a respected individual who was praised by people worldwide. Throughout her journey, she has shown patience, kindness, and a quiet strength that has earned her the love of millions. Catherine is impressive because she gracefully juggles multiple aspects of her life. She is a devoted mother, providing her children with love and care. She fulfills her royal obligations with commitment, understanding the importance they carry. Additionally, she prioritizes her interests and hobbies, ensuring she maintains her identity. This ability to balance various responsibilities has made her a source of inspiration for many, demonstrating that it is feasible to care for others while also remaining authentic to oneself. In 2014, a significant event in Catherine's journey was when she spoke about resilience at the Christmas Carol service. Her words about finding strength during tough times were filled with kindness and hope, resonating with many. This speech revealed her genuine human emotions beyond just royal obligations. Catherine's deep empathy and understanding of others have earned her the trust of King Charles, who has given her more responsibilities based on her quiet strength and compassion. For her love, affection, guidance, understanding, and example, Catherine didn't end up here by luck. She has prepared diligently, taking the time to study the history of the monarchy and the individuals who influenced it. Although she admires Queen Elizabeth II, Catherine is focused on forging her unique path that respects tradition while also introducing fresh ideas. She has put in a lot of effort to grasp the responsibilities of her upcoming role, drawing inspiration not just from textbooks, but also from personal interactions and role models she looks up to. Throughout her journey, Catherine has received encouragement from knowledgeable mentors. One mentor, in particular, has noticed her innate ability for leading others. Catherine pays close attention and carefully considers her choices. Instead of working in isolation, she collaborates closely with her husband, Prince William, and other relatives. Collectively, they have a shared goal for the future of the royal family. This collaboration sets Catherine apart. Her leadership approach is contemporary, emphasizing teamwork and mutual respect. She guides with a gentle touch and clarity of purpose. At the same time, in the position of Camilla, the queen consort, is evolving. Camilla has dedicated many years to supporting important causes, such as enhancing literacy and aiding victims of domestic violence. While her work has positively impacted countless individuals and garnered admiration, her past has led to some mixed opinions about her role. In recent times, Camilla has reduced her public appearances, taking a step back from certain active duties within the royal family. Even though her attendance at events like the Bradford City of Culture was well received, her behind-the-scenes influence has decreased. This change is part of a well-thought-out plan. The royal family is trying to find a balance between recognizing Camilla's efforts and giving more importance to Catherine's increasing role. The decision to decrease Camilla's public role while increasing Catherine's visibility is seen as a considerate and respectful shift. It's not about getting rid of Camilla and replacing her with Catherine, but about adapting the monarchy to modern times. Camilla's work is still appreciated, but the attention is now on Catherine as a potential future leader. As Catherine takes on this important role, the monarchy will encounter new challenges and opportunities. She will have to manage public expectations and delicate international relationships, which are no easy feat. However, her previous experiences have prepared her for this. She has successfully handled numerous demands with composure and attentiveness, and her skill in dealing with these complicated issues has instilled confidence in many people that she will succeed. The royal family is showing unity by coming together to support Catherine as she takes on her new role. This sends a clear message to the public that the family is united and working together. Catherine is not alone in this role, as she has the support of her family members, including William and Charles. This support will help her as she navigates the challenges ahead. Some individuals are starting to question King Charles's future intentions. Speculation is swirling about the possibility of him stepping down earlier than anticipated to pass more responsibilities onto William. However, sources close to the palace suggest it is premature to make any predictions. The priority currently is on the present and assisting Catherine as she adjusts to her new role. Camilla's future is somewhat uncertain. She will still have public duties, but her role in making royal decisions will be reduced. This change means she will need to figure out a different way to help the monarchy. Though it's a different path, her experience and dedication are still valuable, even if she will no longer be as much in the public eye. Catherine's notable progress is special because it has happened quietly. She didn't rush or try to show off. Instead, she worked consistently and gained respect gradually. This gradual progress demonstrates a quiet strength that is calm, steady, and kind. She has earned her position by being considerate, compassionate, and resilient. As people around the world observe Catherine stepping into her new position, there is a sense of optimism. She is viewed as a compassionate leader who is prepared to tackle any challenges ahead. Her journey is just starting, and many are eager to see the impact she will have on the monarchy. Catherine's story teaches us that significant change usually happens gradually. It is the consistent and calm actions that result in major transformations. Her experience demonstrates that genuine strength is not flashy or abrupt, but develops from being caring, thoughtful, and having a strong sense of duty. If one day soon, Catherine truly ascends to the throne, it will not simply mark a transfer of power. It will be a symbolic moment for a new era, an era in which royalty is no longer defined by grandeur or bloodline, but entrusted to someone worthy through kindness, resilience, and the rare ability to listen to the beating hearts of the people. The image of Catherine wearing the crown does not evoke power, but rather steadiness in the storm, gentleness amid chaos, and a hand capable of preserving tradition and compassion. Without spectacle, without declarations, she has built a foundation on which both the monarchy and the public can rely. And perhaps that is the most unshakable foundation a throne could ever rest upon. If you too believe in a future where kindness is honored, if you want to continue following Catherine's extraordinary journey and the subtle shifts unfolding within the British royal family, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us. Because behind those ancient palace walls, a new chapter may truly be beginning, with a Queen Britain was always meant to have.